let us look at this fruit. It might look like a coconut to you, but it is not a coconut. Though it is quite similar, it has a lot of fiber, thread-like structures around it. The seed has fallen off, but the fruit is very fibrous. Why is it made fibrous? We will remember that coconut grows around seas or coastal areas where it can drop in water, and this fiber covering helps it float in water. What is the purpose? To make the fruit float and go far away so that the seed can germinate elsewhere. We call this seed dispersal. Various ways in which plants ensure that their seeds go and germinate in other places. So here we are looking at a seed or a fruit that takes help of water to disperse itself or go to different places. Here's another one. This is a supari or areca nut, and very similar. You can see the fiber inside, and when you open it, you can see the hole created by the seed. But the rest of the structure is actually to help make the seed float in water to go to a distant place from the parent plant. We will see some more of similar plants, and these have all come from coastal areas. This one has come from Andaman Islands, and a very similar structure. Another one here, another similar characteristic, lot of fiber to make this float. So here's one more fiber. So all of them have this property that they can float on water to go to a place different from where the parent plant is growing, so that the seed gets more nutrition, water, air, sunlight, and gets a better chances of growth. So let's look at another variety. Here is silk cotton or semal, lot of soft wool or cotton in which the seeds are embedded. So when the pod or the fruit bursts open, this wool comes out, these threads come out and spread to a large distance, with which seeds also reach a greater distance. Here's another wind-carried seeds. The seeds are very, very delicate and tiny, and rest of it is hair-like fibers, which can float away with even a tiny gust of wind. So all these are wind-dispersed seeds. Let's see some more of them. Here's this one, a large one. This is a seed of a very, very large tree from the Andaman Islands. The seed is in the center, but it has these two large wings to help the seed float on air or wind to a great distance. Let's look at another one, very large in size, almost as big as my hand, and it has two large wings on top, and the tree which gives birth to this seed or this fruit would be very tall, nearly as tall as a 5-6 story building. And here's our familiar cotton pods, in which cotton comes out carrying cotton seeds inside, and the fibers once again help it float with air or go to a distance with air or wind. So here's a very delicate seed. The seed is tiny, very light, but the wing it has is even more delicate so that it can fly in air. And here's another variety, very common, you must have seen. Small seed, very lightweight, and a large wing. So air carried seeds are generally very light. They have very little weight. Here's another one, and a larger one and a smaller version of this, again very common. This is eaten by monkeys and children, and having a wing around with which it can float in air. And here's a very interesting seed. The black thing is the seed, and it has a delicate brown wing. These are fondly called helicopter seeds, and we will soon see why. If we throw it in air, it comes down in a very special way, which we will show you through a video. So see, here this seed has been thrown and it comes down whirling like a helicopter so that air or wind can carry it far away. And this is a Kanak Champa seed. Here's a fruit which has edges. Many fruits have these edges, so the fruit can burst open on these edges. This is very true of beans. A large number of beans are like that. So here's another one which has actually burst open, and when it bursts with a little explosion, then the seed is thrown to a distance. This one has burst open and thrown its seed. Here's another one, it has thrown its seed. And here are beans which burst at their seams or at their joints to spread around the large number of seeds embedded inside. Here's another bean. You can see the seeds are still embedded inside and it has not opened as yet. Here's a pod or a fruit which hangs downwards and it opens and throws its seeds, and these seeds also have wings. So this is Kanak Champa, which float down, whirling down as helicopters. Here's a very large bean. The seed is small, but the bean is large, and its job is to help the seed go to a bigger distance. Here's a bean which has twisted itself so that the seeds can be thrown in different directions. So many beans do this. We will see some more, all twisted to help the seed grow in different directions. And here is one extreme case which is twisted and twisted and twisted to make the seeds go in all over the place. Here's a cotton pod. This also bursts. So by bursting and then spreading the fibers inside, it helps its seed through both methods to go to a distance. And here is another variety which children quite love. These seeds have thorns on them, or hooks with which they can stick on cloth or fur, animal skin. So when animals or humans pass nearby, they stick to their clothing or fur. And we have done actually tricks with our friends using these. So this is how the seed is carried by animals to a greater distance. And here are pine cones. Pines do not have flowers, they have cones instead. Here's a female cone and a male cone. So the female cone actually makes seeds, and which are actually pollinated by the male cone throwing off pollen in the wind. So when pollen reaches the female cone, it gets fertilized and the seeds are formed and are thrown out with wings so that they float away on air. So these are actually seeds of plants which do not produce flowers but produce cones. Here's another cone. There are layers and layers of very thin seeds. So this was a larger cone which has opened up. Many seeds have fallen out from here, from their layers, and this is the top part of that cone. So the seed itself can be seen here. The seed is tiny, but it has a large wing to help it float. And what about this fruit? Our familiar fruits which we eat, the seed is very small, but there's a very tasty, sweet, fragrant pulp. What is its purpose? Yes, exactly, to attract us, animals and birds, so that they will eat the pulp and then throw the seed in different places. So all these vegetables or fruits are all these kinds of fruits which take help of animals or birds to spread the seed. The animals can directly throw the seed or pass them through their digestive system and bring them out through their dung. Here's a pomegranate flower. We can see the lower part of the flower is the ovary in which there are raw seeds or ovules, which will later grow into the seeds, and the ovary will swell up into the pomegranate fruit. So this is how seeds are formed inside a fruit.